Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 4 here in the Achieve and Leave series. In the last one, I asked you basically what we should do with the save, all told. Do we continue on as things are and attempt to be invincible throughout this season, or do we add sliders to try and make it more difficult for us? The overwhelming response by 90% to 10 is that you want me to go all out for an invincible season. So that is exactly what we're going to try and do. We've Burnley first up here in a Carabao Cup quarter-final. Then Barcelona in the Champions League and Manchester City in the Premier League are going to be the 3 games that I play this month. Also got Southampton, Swansea, Watford and Forest for the remainder of December. And then I'm really not sure at this stage what I'm going to do for the January transfer window. You also asked me to stop in this series manually selecting the opposition's lineup, so I shall do that. We are missing, unfortunately, Rodrigo through injury for a few more weeks, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to play a part this month or for the majority of January, but I was potentially contemplating selling him and bringing in a different striker. Alternatively, I could sell Lukaku and bring in another striker. I'm not sure yet. Let's see how this month goes first. We'll start by hopefully getting ourselves through to a Carabao Cup semi-final. Savage through the gap there to Romelu Lukaku. Mbappe on the run. Dream start incoming. There it is. In the 3rd minute, Kylian Mbappe does it again. Oh, I've messed that up. I caught my arm. I tried to... Hey! Mbappe again. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Working well. There to Kedziora. Good ball in. Morrow. Good save by David De Gea. Very nearly equalising immediately there, Burnley. Jeff Hendrick with the corner. Can the Lancashire side get themselves level? No, says Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Into Lukaku. Mbappe's free. And found. Have to turn, look for a teammate. Arriving, Milinkovic-Savic. That's 2. In the 15th minute, Burnley might be getting put to the sword here. Morrison, oh, it's good football, and Garcia's in. And they've immediately pulled one back, Burnley. Maybe they aren't going to get put to the sword. If they can do that multiple times, that was a really good move. The passing was expertly done, just pinpoint accurate every time. One-touch stuff, including the finish. That's a great goal. 2-1. Morrison out wide there to Gieju. Here's Colley looking for full crew. De Gea will get to that first.
That's a straightforward piece of work for the goalkeeper. Cut out by the defender.
No.
Over the goalkeeper and in. Brilliant.
2-2. The misplaced pass from De Gea. The interception from Burnley. I just tried to bowl that out there to my centre mid. He didn't react in time. He's taken it under control there, full crew, and well. Burnley have turned it completely around. Looking for Mbappe. Will whip the ball in. It's a good delivery, but it won't quite reach the man that was aimed for. Pogba will find Milinkovic-Savic here. Pull that back there to Casemiro. Pogba's there. Try the first time effort. It's well blocked. Savic will win the header. Lukaku outside of the post. He was offside anyway. What a game this has turned out to be. We're only 27 minutes in. Gieju into Ravel Morrison. De Ligt into Seps and in the way. Get that cross there to Casemiro. Rashford's looking to make the run through that gap, so we shall oblige him playing it through that gap. Lovely turn by Rashford. Will actually go solo. Blocked by the defender. And with moments to go in the first half, we will look to try and get ourselves back in front. It's headed away by Goodmanson. Pogba will retrieve possession. There's Alexandra. I see Milinkovic-Savic here on the edge of the box. Heavy touch though. Mbappe's there. And it just got to shake the defender, which I can't do. It's going to be 2-2 at half-time here against Burnley. I thought they were all done and dusted after 25 minutes. But this is very much game on. Big second half upcoming for both sides. Casemiro, forward to Lukaku. There's Rashford. Lovely little turn. Oh, Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford! Wow! What a goal! Unbelievable. He did a 5-star skill move in there. I didn't realise Marcus Rashford had 5-star skills. Genuinely didn't know that. I might start to use them a little bit more often then. That was an incredible solo goal from Marcus Rashford. Our lead is finally back. Morrow into Fulkrug. Can't switch off. Burnley have already scored twice against us to come from 2-0 down. So we know that they've got comeback in them. Whoa, and Ravel Morrison placed that well high and wide. They could have immediately scored again after we did. Jordan Ayew coming on for Garcia. Lukaku will bring that down, although rather stereotypical heavy Lukaku touch, but we still will forward here to Rashford, who's dropped the shoulder well and he's driving inside. Marcus Rashford gets away. There was a question whether he was caught there, but no foul given. If there was a dive button, I'd have pressed it to try and win the free kick. Got Southampton away coming up in the Premier League, but then it's Barcelona in the Champions League after that. And I know which game I want to concentrate on. Jeju to Fulkrug. Cross blocks by Milinkovic-Savic. Try and work this away, which we've done well. Casemiro to Pogba. Forward to Lukaku. Rashford played through. And, oh, it's got to be a foul. Tried to just skip the ball over his leg to get away from him. Referee's going to book the defender here. And necessarily so. Kezura getting himself a yellow card. Yeah, certainly can't shoot from here. What he could do, though, is lay this off to someone who might be able to lay it into someone else to then have a shot. Unfortunately, someone else was Casemiro, not exactly who I envisaged getting on the end of that. Mbappe doing well to work the space and play him in again. A bit of space to take the shot, but it's deflected and will go out for a corner. See if we can get perhaps Lukaku or even Mbappe or Rashford. Anyone in a red shirt would have been nice on the end of it. Pogba with another delivery. That's good. Cleared away again. Casemiro down. Oh, don't fancy De Ligt from there. Milinkovic-Savic blocked. And he doesn't react well enough to the loose ball. 20 minutes to go. Still 3-2. Rashford to Savic. Pogba's there. Space for Mbappe is something that you never want to hear as a defender. And he's just going to continue to drive it. And to be fair, they've done that very well there. Dealing with the turn from the Frenchman and making sure that they got the ball away from danger. They've come back from 2 behind once already in this game, Burnley. And if we were to get another, I don't think they'd do it again. But they could still come from another goal behind and get themselves a third to level it up. We'll wait and see. I really didn't want David De Gea to come after that. But thankfully, Romagnoli was on it. Actually go in there to Lukaku, who, if he'd paid attention to the football, might have still been able to keep the move alive. This time, he just gave it straight to him, so it didn't really matter. Oh, it's a lovely ball through the gap. Marcus Rashford in behind. Marcus Rashford for 4. There it is. That's game over. Man United 4, Burnley 2. We restore our 2-goal advantage. We will be going to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Carvajal with a throw. There's Vasquez and Fred. And Casemiro looking for Pogba. Good touch, good turn. The shot blocked, unfortunately. But that should be the final whistle, please, ref, if you don't mind. We're over added time now. Thank you. Into the Carabao Cup semi-finals we go. Up next, the simulated game against Southampton, followed by Barcelona. Right then, Saints away. We'll auto replace the injured Rodrigo on the bench. They've just beaten Spurs and Chelsea, actually, Southampton. So this might not be as straightforward as I initially hoped. De Ligt, though, gives us a 1-0 lead after 18 minutes, which is exactly what I needed to settle my nerves. We have a 100% win record so far this season in the Premier League. 14 wins from 14 games, and with a 2-0 lead here heading into the final 20 minutes. Make that a 3-0 lead. It looks like we're going to be making it 15 wins from 15 games. I'm not sure yet whether we will be able to do 38 wins in 38 games. But we're certainly on the way. Very much on the way. We're 5 wins from 5 in the Champions League so far as well. But you can't turn down the opportunity to play a game against Barcelona. So I will not be turning down the opportunity to play a game against Barcelona. It is they we face next. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal for Barcelona. John Stones at the back for them again. Alongside them, Titi, Bellerin at right back. Saul, Eggestein and Artur through the middle. Coutinho, Suarez and Suso on the right-hand side for Barcelona. They're coming through, finishing second in the group. They're on 10 points, we're on 15. The other 2 sides in the group on 2 and 1. So it was always going to go this way with ourselves and Barcelona going through. I don't quite think anyone would have predicted that both sides would be quite as dominant as we have been in the group stage. Barcelona have done everything but beat us, I think, so far. Though they must have dropped points and drawn one game to be on 10, not 12. Hopefully, by the end, they will still be on 10, not 13. We shall wait and see. Or maybe not even on 11. We have won every single game that we've played so far this season. And this is going to be, hopefully, the 6th from 6 in the Champions League. It's never easy at the Camp Nou. And today is going to be no change in that. So there you go, confirmation. CSK Moscow on 2 points and Midtjylland on 1. Pogba in there to Milinkovic-Savic. Lukaku's arriving. Hit that early, but off target. Bayern down the line into Luis Suarez. Borderline offside. Good ball in. Headed away by Dani Carvajal, although... Wow. Artur, what an effort from him from 35 yards first time on the volley. Coutinho. Nicely done. Back to Suso. To the Brazilian again. Saul with a really heavy touch, but he does get the cross in, but it's overhit, unfortunately, for Barcelona. 0-0 after 17 minutes. Suarez to Saul. Run on the outside is found. Coutinho with great footwork. Suarez, Saul again. Right there to Artur. Goes to Eggerstein. Suarez, Suso. Artur. Suarez doing well. Right there to Coutinho. Jordi Alba into the middle. Romagnoli in the way. Corner Barcelona. Suso to take this time. Is he going to go short to Coutinho again? Looks like he might. He's not. Oh, he's whipped it very well. And Saul with a header and De Gea with the reactions. Thankfully for me, we have a 93 rated goalkeeper between the sticks. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure anyone else, and I'd have been 1-0 down there. Suso all the way back here to Hector Bellerin. Inside to Umtiti, quickly to Artur. If we can steal it off them here, we might be able to go on the counter. But great strength shown by the Brazilian in the middle. Oh, Suarez, that was disgusting. Thankfully, it didn't pay off. Mbappe. Oh, stay on your feet, Kylian. Could have been able to send Lukaku away there. This is going to be Barcelona domination in possession for the majority of this first half. But if we can catch them on the counter-attack, or even just try and get our foot on the ball for a prolonged spell of possession ourselves, then I do fancy us to get the lead before half-time. Kimpembe to Casemiro. Pogba looking for Lukaku. I've had 25% possession in this game so far. 25. Rashford into the middle. It's not going to reach anyone. Jordi Alba flicks it away and kept that in there, Coutinho, but Mbappe just sprints over and runs off with it. Here's Casemiro. Artur positioned himself well there to stop me from getting it to Pogba. We could still find him. Here he is! Oh, and squeezed in at the near post. We may only need 25% possession. That's a great goal. The little tiki-taka passing, nearly losing my headset. And we take a 1-0 lead in first half stoppage time. Initially, good marking by Artur, but then he closes the ball down and Pogba just runs off him. Questions about ter Stegen. He just started to rush out and you see him move away from his post, and then Pogba, the accuracy is done in there. Really narrow window between the foot and the post, but he's done it. We lead. Sandro to Rashford. Nice little flick there. Casemiro to Pogba. If we can start the second half with a goal, then I'd be thrilled, and I'd say that's tie over. Lukaku, good save. Oh, I say good save. He got two good hands to it, but didn't get much on it. Only just squirming away there for a corner. And Rashford's underneath this, but it's headed away by Saul, I believe. Bellerin. Back to Saul. Bellerin again. Trying to outmuscle him here with Alexandro, but he's done well there, the former Arsenal man. Here's Malcolm. Only step over. Cross could come in. Back to Bellerin. Cross does come in. Not the best of punches there from De Gea, but ridiculous footwork from Mbappe. Not bad pace-wise either, is he, to get away. 22 minutes to go. Suarez going off and Messi coming on. Finally, we see Lionel. Will he make the difference for Barcelona to get them back in it? Are Barcelona to be the first side to deny us a victory in this season? Not if they keep passing like that. Mbappe actually could have continued going there. Didn't need the fake Rabona to turn back to beat the man. Not where I crossed it, but we'll take it. We've still got possession. Pogba. Savic hit that early. Good save by ter Stegen. Corner with 15 or so to go. Eggestein going off and another change being made by Barcelona. Rashford underneath that, but that's headed a long way wide. Oh, we'll reach Mbappe just, but Lukaku doesn't seem interested in the ball apparently. Here's Saul, back to Rafinha. Coutinho, nice. And Messi, good save by De Gea. Still trying to keep our 100% winning run in every single Manchester United game going. Marcus Rashford gets it under control, turns well. Lukaku, Mbappe arriving. Good footwork, we'll look for Rashford. Lukaku's around the corner. Oh, but John Stones does well. Saul again, Jordi Alba. Could really do with keeping a clean sheet here. The amount of goals we've scored this season, and Barcelona have kept us to just one. Very good defensive performances from them in this game, but it still doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Mbappe with a turn, but Umtiti read it well. But there's the final whistle. It's 6 wins from 6 in the Champions League to go with 15 from 15 in the Premier League. Try as they might, Barcelona, they weren't able to deny us maximum points in the group stage. It was a draw between Midtjylland and CSK Moscow, so the Russians will end on 3 points, Midtjylland will end on 2, Barca on 10 and ourselves on 18. Up next for us, the Manchester derby. Ederson in goal for Manchester City. Aurier, Coates, Laporte and Hernandez at the back for them. Eriksen, Douglas Luiz and De Bruyne in the midfield, with Sterling, Jesus and Sané as the front three. Ever dangerous. Manchester derby time. Here's Leroy Sané down the left-hand side. Cross early, deflected, and that will drop for Jesus. Thankfully for me, he didn't get much on it, otherwise I could have been in trouble there. City creating the first chance of the game. Casemiro knocked that nicely for Pogba. Lukaku started to move eventually. Milinkovic-Savic, obvious ball there is Mbappe, but not through that gap. Luka Hernandez nearly playing himself into danger there, but able to get it away. One of my former players, of course, from our time at Atletico Madrid earlier on in the save a couple of seasons ago. Hoping to get one over on a former employee here if we can. Lovely ball around the corner to Leroy Sané. Where's he going to go from here? In towards the middle. Jesus back. And Eriksen outside of the post. Not far wide, or not far away, City at all. Cool. That been a great finish. Good header by Casemiro. Back. Oh, tried the quick turn there. Challenge. Up we go, Alex. Well done. Lovely header by Alexandro. Need some support from my midfield here. Lukaku wasn't quite in an available position. He was then, and Mbappe is now. Driving in towards the box. I see Pogba at the back post. I'll look for him. Pogba with a header. Good save, Ederson, and cleared away by Laporte. On his own, Paul Pogba rose superbly, but couldn't turn it home. We'll throw that back there to Savic. Inside to Pogba again. Alexandro thinking about making a move, but not. I'll look for Lukaku. It's Rashford we find. Rashford. Get to that. Oh, Milinkovic-Savic, he'll pull it back for looking for Mbappe. Oh, couldn't quite wrap his foot around it enough. Douglas Luiz, Jesus again. Sané, inside to Jesus. Picked off by Carvajal. Just a little toe poke. Enough to slow the move down. Sané back from Luka Hernandez. Here's De Bruyne. Had to run around the referee there. Jesus lets fly, but De Ligt in the way. Jesus could let fly again. Foul given on the edge of the box. They took the advantage momentarily. It might be too close for Christian Eriksen to get this up and down, or Kevin De Bruyne, in fact, as it is, who takes it. As it happens, it was De Gea. How's he gotten back to that? It was just a little bit too far out for De Bruyne to get that up and down again, but he still came particularly close, rattling the woodwork. And De Gea with a superb single-handed save at the second attempt. Gabriel Jesus and Coates does superbly there to outmuscle Kylian Mbappe. I was certain I was in there to make that 1-0. Still goalless as we approach half-time. Only one against Barcelona. None so far against City. Are the AI starting to work out my offensive game? Are we being found out? Attacking-wise, Sterling shot blocks, and it is going to be 0-0 at half-time. Here with a big pump forward. It was meant for Lukaku, but Mbappe will win his header, and Lukaku will win his too. Linkovic-Savic there to Casemiro, fired towards Rashford. Mbappe's making the run. I'll look for him. It's not the best of balls. Coates in the way. Sané will not keep that in. I'll take the through quickly. Or is that a foul? Mbappe goes down holding his face. Luca Hernandez just clattered his fellow Frenchman. Pull that back there to De Ligt. Quickly through the gap there to Alexandro, the left back. Oh, very well struck indeed. Ederson at full stretch to get rid of that. Pogba with the delivery. It's decent. De Ligt underneath it. Right underneath it. Alexandro with the throw. Pogba, Sandro, Rashford. Pogba again. Lovely ball to Savic actually. And I'll try and get this through there. Looking for Romelu Lukaku. Looking to get away from Sebastian Coates, which he cannot do. Block from the defender. Lukaku trying to close down the defender and doing well actually to force the mistake. Here's Mbappe. Got some tall people in there, including Pogba looking towards the back post. City doing well defensively though in this game. Really well. Half an hour to go. If we don't win, it will be the first game that we haven't won in the entirety of Season 4. If we lose, then the Invincibles tag that we were decided last episode that we were going to go for is already gone. But I'm still confident that we can get the victory, let alone just avoid defeat. That was a bit ambitious, I think. And then to Casemiro. That was a heavy touch. Just get it back to Rashford. Pogba driving forward. Linkovic-Savic around the corner. This is really nicely done. This could be 1-0. Ederson with a good save. Mbappe, fake Rabona just to try and send the defender. I see the space at the back post for Rashford. Get it under control. It's a poor touch, so takes him away from goal and then tackled. Marcus, you've got to be better than that. Oh, Savic going off, and it's Jesse Lingard coming on. Just a little bit tired, Linkovic-Savic. I can't believe we haven't gone 1-0 up there. Rashford takes a better touch than that. Even just stopping it dead and being exactly where he was on the field would have been better than taking that really heavy touch that took him towards the byline. Alexandro will look inside here for Rashford. Can he make up for it? Perhaps. Back into the middle. Coates in the way, the former Liverpool man playing for Manchester City, denying us on multiple occasions here the opportunity to go 1-0 up. De Ligt gets that first, good strength shown. Lingard, Casemiro, Mahrez in the way. Rashford flicks that on. Lukaku's touch was, well, non-existent there seemingly, or battered it down into the ground. Timberland and Jeans touch there from Romelu Lukaku, but 10 minutes to go. It's still 0-0. Bernardo Silva out to Benjamin Mendy. Down the line there to Gabriel Jesus. Romagnoli drawn out of position, but makes the tackle. Fred forward there to Rashford. Counter-attack is on. Got a number of City players loitering around me though. Fred driving forward. Lukaku just needs to make me a run rather than just standing there like an absolute lump. Lovely ball through to Rashford. In stoppage time, the winning run will continue. Wow. Drama at Old Trafford. Manchester City, the rivals, looked like they were going to be the side that were the first to take points off us this season until Marcus Rashford pops up. What a pass from Fred. Threading the needle. Unbelievable. And then bending it into that bottom corner, Marcus Rashford. His 5th goal of the Premier League season, a milestone for him. Our 16th win from 16 Premier League games. We continue to have the 100% record. Casemiro looking to thread the ball through. We might have made it 2. We won't, but it is all 3 points. That was massive. Absolutely huge from Marcus Rashford. Keeping the run alive with a last-minute goal. We have a handful of games left in the month, though, before the end of the tournament. Well, end of the month. We'll see if we can get ourselves some more victories between now and the January transfer window. I'm still unsure as to what to do in that window. I can't see as the first team can really be improved too much, to be completely honest. Risk of losing 7 players on a pre-contract. Well, if I want to sell Romelu Lukaku, I'm going to have to make sure that his contract is extended. I'm not sure I want to sell Lukaku, but I'm going to go through now and just extend everyone's contracts so that we know that... Oh, Jesus Christ. How many players running out of contracts here at Manchester United? Right, I'll be back in a moment because I want to get this done before January to ensure that we don't accidentally lose someone that we might want to sell to raise funds. Right, contracts all reissued. we're okay to continue now, and it will be Swansea away from home first. As I was saying, I'm not sure if anyone in the first team can be improved upon. Maybe Alexandro, who's aging slightly, but he's been rock solid. Like, we've won every single game we've played. I could maybe strengthen the reserve side, but I don't have much money to do that. I've only got £15 million or so I don't really have the money to improve on what I've already got. I only really have the money to replace one of my big names by selling one of my big names. And I'm not sure whether that really is anything we want to do here at Manchester United with the things, or with the season going the way that it is so far. Sorry, Northern Ireland. I'm not concentrating on international management this season. I have the potential of having a 100% win record throughout the entirety of a whole season. Angel Gomez wants to talk about his playtime. I'm sorry, mate. It's not happening. I think the only player I would consider selling to replace would be Rodrigo for the reserve side. But in the starting 11, there's nobody I want to get rid of. I haven't been amazingly impressed with Lukaku, but I want to check his goal scoring record before I make a decision. I think of everybody in the starting 11, Lukaku would be the only one that I would consider moving on to replace with someone else. And he's one of the only players that I could get a big enough fee from so that I could adequately replace him with someone else. A 2-0 win there against Watford. Let me just quickly check and see what Lukaku's stats are this season. Stats for Romelu Lukaku. 13 goals, 12 assists in 28 games. 8 and 7 in 18 in the Premier League. 3 and 2 in 5 in the Champions League. 3 assists in 1 Carabao Cup game. 25 goal contributions in 28 games. I mean, it would be so harsh to sell him. He's valued at 54 million. He's on £270,000 a week. There will be a vote in the top right-hand corner. Do I sell Lukaku and replace him, or do I keep Lukaku and not do anything else in the window? The decision is yours. Vote on that little eye symbol, and whatever you reckon. We're not on track, did that just say from the board? Are you sure? I've won every single game. Who gives a shit about the youth policy when I've won every single game that we've played this season? Leave me alone. Do me a favour. Let's go and win against Nottingham Forest if we can. Although in the career mode RTG, a bottom of the table, absolutely awful Nottingham Forest were a side that beat me last season in that save. And they're keeping us honest here in this one with the scoreline at 0-0 as we get to the hour mark. Pogba gives us the lead. Paul Pogba comes through. CO equalises. Is this to be the game where we drop points for the first time? It is. Nottingham Forest stunned us in the career mode RTG. Nottingham Forest have stunned us in the achieve and leave. We will not be winning every single game we play this season. But, oh, what a busy month. What a busy month. But we will be potentially still going invincible. I will split the month of January, I think, to ensure that we get through in the FA Cup and through in the Carabao Cup. It will be Villa, Spurs and City in the next episode. Then Southampton, Spurs, Forest and Watford in the episode after that. Like I say, drop me a comment. Let me know who to sign if you voted for Lukaku to leave. If you have any ulterior thoughts, then do let me know. Willing to take on board most suggestions. But I really don't see any way that we can improve right now. I mean, how do you improve a side that's won all but one game this season? Henry Edwards wants to leave as well. Sorry, I need you. In fact, you're probably going to play in this next game. What do I do in January, lads? Let me know in the comment section down below. Vote on the Lukaku vote, top right. And I'll see you in the next one. RTG later on this afternoon, of course.